Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 20 Somethings TV. Thank you for joining us once again with Michael, Jake, Brendan, and Elvis. Today, we have some not so bad topics, I guess you can say, and not so sad topics. We want to discuss a few things that happened throughout these past couple of weeks that have been pretty exciting and should be spoken about. And the first one would be about Lila's dream bakery shop. When I first found out what this was, I was thrilled to know that we have good people in this world that love to help others. And this is a story of a 10-year-old girl who has a rare disease called complex regional pain syndrome. And this is pretty much due to inflammations of and chronic acute pains of a leg that kind of prevents her from being able to live a daily life. And we can watch this short video, to kind of inform you guys a little bit more about this story.
You might make $50,000 today.
That's crazy.
Hop in. I got something to show you. I want to show you something. This is LilasDreamBakery.com. Look at that. You like it?
Yeah.
I think your life is going to change today. $10,000 in 4 minutes! There, oh, it hit 20,000 in 8 minutes!
I'm tearing up.
I know. I don't know about you guys, but every time I watch this video, it's amazing.
That girl probably doesn't even understand the concept of $300,000. Like, that's crazy. Like, I remember when I was that age, you give me like a $10 bill. I was like, I'm rich. That's incredible. And then put sappy music behind something, and that's gonna get me going. That's really cute. That's so sweet. There's good people in this world.
Yes, and the person that was in charge of helping Lila achieve her goal for raising money for her treatments, which are extremely expensive, is Charlie Rocket, which is a TikTok influencer. I know he previously was like a Grammy Award winner of some sort, but right now he's just this TikTok influencer who has this organization called the Dream Machine Tour, which he had going on, I think, back in 2018, and then restarted it again, I think last year or sometime this year. And this Dream Machine Tour works towards being able to help individuals who need assistance economically for any reason, like Lila's, who needs medical assistance and treatments due to her severe complex regional pain syndrome. That's something that's very rare. And as she was explaining, the insurance most of the time do not cover things that are pretty rare. So that was really, really nice of him to be able to help her out. And as you can see, the support of the community and just the support of people to be able to get her treatments, that as a 10-year-old, you have a long life ahead of you. So it's pretty amazing that everyone else is willing to help out. What do you guys think in terms of the Charlie Rocket and his Dream Machine Tour helping everyone that gets a chance to be helped?
I think it's, it's good to know that there are good people out there who will do things like that for people. It must be hard living with a disease like that, and to be able to get that kind of support, that's really gonna like help her down the line. And I know that. And this guy's probably gonna be helping a lot more people, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, I thought her pet pig was super cute. Just to add in.
Yeah, so fun fact, her pig logo for her cookies that you can still buy online if you go to lilasdreambakery.com. You can still buy her cookies. They're super cute. They come across because she has this little pig um, pet. And I think that little pig pet is like 6 months old around that age. And she carries him around and she just absolutely loves him. And I think it's absolutely adorable. For a 10-year-old, I'm pretty sure that throughout the pains that she has, having a pet there for anyone usually kind of helps with that anxiety or with any kind of sad or depression that you might be undergoing. So I'm pretty sure that that is her go-to kind of support, which is her little piglet. And I'm just going to read briefly what she wrote. It was a letter that she wrote for everyone in her page. And it said, "My name is Lila and I have CRPS in my leg. Doctors have told me that the pain is worse than childbirth, which my mom tells me hurts really bad. It's also called the suicide disease because it's so painful and many kids can't handle it. A lot of days aren't very fun for me, but I try to keep a smile on my face. It doesn't hurt all the time, so I still get to be a kid sometimes. The good news is that it can get better and some doctors can help. The bad news is that it's so rare that insurance does not cover it all. Or at least that's what my parents tell me. I'm selling these cookies to raise money so I can afford to fix my leg and not feel pain anymore." And that's just like, it's coming from a 10-year-old, you know, like how can you not want to help?
It's also nice to see people who are already, well established on social media and have a following use their platform for good. I mean, there's lots of times when you see things that are spread around that aren't true or there's negativity on these accounts, but that's a good use of a public platform. It's really heartwarming.
I agree. Does anybody else have any thoughts on Lila's Dream Bakery? Maybe buy some cookies for everyone that's viewing this. Go to lilasbakery.com. In that note, we can move on to our next topic, which is somewhat of exciting. I mean, I don't know about how you guys will feel about it, but the Proud family is bringing back their show on Disney Plus, and there was a trailer release that we can watch so you guys can know a little bit better of what I'm talking about.
Morning, fam!
This is my wife, Trudy. And what's your name again, young man?
You can call me Sugar Mama.
I'm becoming a woman.
It's my job as your father to do everything in my power to prevent it. Penny's gonna wind up living with us forever, like you and Bobby, Mama. Hi, Penny.
What were y'all doing?
Hello, son.
Oh, snap! It's Sugar Night, and she's swole.
This looks pretty interesting and pretty excited, but if you guys can see the trailer, I mean, I don't know how many of you watched this when you were younger. They did the last episode for this show aired back in 2005, so it's been quite some time, and it's interesting to see that they want to bring it back. But I don't know if you guys noticed that it has like more kind of adult content on it now, which is something that I see that happens with most shows from my childhood that they remake. Does anybody else feel that way?
That's like what they just did with iCarly, right? They just had the revamp that they put, and there was a lot more adult humor in it. It's kind of like they're growing up with us almost, or like they're older than us because they were older when we were watching, but their humor kind of grew up and matured with us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I always love to see when like classic shows come back and they're all revamped, and now we got like better quality on the animations. It's awesome to see them come back, honestly. Even though I might not be watching, I'll probably still see a few viral clips. It looks pretty funny to me. I see the adult jokes. And to be honest, you can find those in any Disney movies. You just got to find them. But they're there because they know how to profit. Like, they know that the adults are going to be bringing their kids to watch the movie. So they have to bring those jokes in there. So it's pretty good commentary. I like it. And yeah, just I guess greatest success to that show. It already looks profitable to me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And they're bringing back like the majority of their original cast members, like the voice over cast members. And I find that to be very cool because the worst thing, I mean, at least for me, the worst thing of watching a show from my childhood now is when they switch the sound, their voice of the characters. And it's like, wait a minute, this is a show that I used to watch, but it's not in all clicking. So it's really cool that they were able to get back all the cast members, almost all the cast members, and they're actually starting to incorporate more slightly different things in the show. Like, for example, I know they've mentioned that there's going to be an addition to the Proud family, and I believe they had like a Hispanic family inside the show as well, characters. So now they have kind of like a gay couple family as well there, and they have many other characters that are going to come in, and lots and lots of celebrity guests that will be joining the cast for episodes. So I'm pretty excited to see who joins and what kind of storyline they have.
I also think that the Proud Family probably has one of the best intros, like theme songs ever. But Bruce W. Smith, who actually wrote and he was the executive producer on the original series, is coming back, which I think is also a huge plus that, you know, they're maintaining that kind of, I guess, same kind of style.
Now, let's be honest, how many of you are going to sit down and watch it in 2022?
The first one.
No, probably not.
No. That is so sad. Maybe you guys will like this one.
Give it a chance. Is it
Just give
only
it a
on
chance.
Disney Plus though?
I think so. I think it will only be in Disney Plus right now.
I still haven't given in and paid for that. I don't know. I hate paying for things, and I have not paid for Disney Plus yet. So let's see if I can get it illegally somewhere.
You can always steal someone else's passcode.
That's a good point. What's Elise saying? What do y'all think about them revamping old Disney or childhood shows like iCarly, Full House? I've never actually watched a revamped show. I've watched like sequels to movies. Like I kind of could think something comparable. Like, you know, like we kind of grew up with Finding Nemo, and then I remember in high school it was like a bunch of kids in high school watching Finding Dory in the movie theaters, and I think that's kind of neat. It's nice if they do it well. If they screw it up, it kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth, like they should have left it. But there's sometimes they make sequels, and I guess that's true to anything, and they turn out well. So mixed bag.
I never watched the revamp of the iCarly show. I did watch some of Fuller House, and it was okay at the beginning, and then as it progressed, it got like worse and worse to the point where I couldn't even have it on as background noise because it was just like so unfunny, and they were just trying to be like breaking the fourth wall constantly with like inside jokes about the show, and I'm just like, it's just not working for me. And I don't know if that show ever ended or like a proper ending, or if they just canceled it, or what that deal was. But and Fuller House just was not good.
Yeah, I also agree. At first, it was like, all right, Fuller House is good. It's back. Like I like it. I watched Full House, but then it was like getting a little repetitive. I was just all right, this definitely grew a little bit too much on me. I haven't watched the iCarly yet either, but I'm probably not gonna watch that. What I really think about that is they just incorporate all the trending things now. Like when I just saw that Proud Family trailer, there was like the daughter just taking a picture, like a selfie. So they kind of just incorporate everything that's like trendy now. So like it's fun that they bring it back, but I guess they're not gonna stay stagnant, stay traditional to their ways, I guess, based off of now.
I think it's just kind of a tactic for to remake these shows as like the generations keep going, because like you just said, Elvis, like she's taking selfies. Like, I mean, a lot of kids are doing that nowadays, but like if you was to put it back in like the 90s, like we didn't really have our iPhones to be like taking pictures and selfies like that. So like it makes sense for them to try to just redo these shows for the new generations, because they know that they will most likely have views. Now we're looking back at the original series and shows that we watch, and we're like, this is not that great as I remember. But for the new generation, they might just enjoy it. And moving on to our third topic, guys, super exciting. Britney is free. I don't know if you guys are excited as me, but it's about time. November 12th, she finally got her conservatorship ended. And that is just, I'm super happy for her. I'm excited to see what she is going to do with her life next. What's going to motivate her. Maybe she's going to write new songs. Maybe she's going to come back. And it's pretty exciting. I'm happy for her. How do you guys feel for her?
Oh, baby. Nah,
I'm pretty sure she's going around
classic
singing.
Classic Britney. Although, she went through what she went through, I feel like she's in a good place now to really just come back as the pop star she is and just go full throttle and release her music and just push the gas, just shoot for the stars. Britney, go crazy, Spears.
But not too crazy, because maybe that's kind of what
don't shave your head again.
Started that conservatorship. But I don't know. Just saying.
Well, we do have a clip, right, to show for this. Can we take a peek at that? I'm dying to see it.
Last night, Britney looked ready to celebrate this outcome. Her fiancé, Sam Asghari, posting this video of the two dancing in matching Free Britney t-shirts. Britney writing earlier that she hadn't prayed for something more in my life.
I deserve to have the same rights as anybody does by having a child, a family.
So
I think that was the biggest thing that I was excited for. I know she's getting older to have a child. I think they say anything past 35 is considered a geriatric pregnancy, and she is 39. But hopefully now, with the tables finally turning, her being free, they're able to take out that device that prevents her from getting pregnant. And if she wants, she can start a family. I can't imagine like just being denied the ability to have a child. Like, if you want to start a family, why? And of all people, her father to like put the kibosh on that one. That's so sad. But hopefully this is like a step in the right direction, like Elvis and you both said.
I think so. I think there's a lot of good things coming up ahead of her, and she's probably going to be more clear-minded and more relaxed and calm, and she's going to be able to live her life how she wants to live, not how others wants her to live. So if she wants to get back into the industry, sure, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be excited for it. But as well, if she wants to just focus on building her life and her personal family life and everything like that, that will also be respected.
Popularity-wise, do you think during her prime that she was like the biggest star in the world? Like, do we think that? I mean,
she was definitely up there. I mean, she was, for what I can remember, I mean, she was definitely up there. I wouldn't go as far as saying like the biggest star in the world, but for what I can remember, like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears were like those, girl singers from the time that were just super beautiful and super talented. And I mean, they still are to this day. But they definitely, she definitely had her time in the spotlight.
Britney was the princess of pop. That's what they still call her. I just wonder. Well, this kind of ties into what I was just going to ask. I'm curious. Do you think now that she has been freed, there's been so much attention on her during this process? Do you think that there will be just as much, if not more, attention on her to see what she does now in her free life, or now that she's free, everyone's like, oh well, live your life, and her, popularity is gonna kind of plummet. What do you think?
I think it might go kind of a little bit of both. Some people might be like, "Oh, let's wait. What's Brittany gonna do now?" And they might want to track her footsteps. And then others, like, if she decides to live a more calm life away from the spotlight, from all the negativity that she went through, and she decides to just have a very private life, then eventually people will kind of, I don't want to say forget about her, but they're not going to be mentioning her as often as she has been during this time.
Yeah, I could definitely agree. I feel like she's gonna have die hard fans regardless. Like, there's gonna be people that are gonna be there for her, no matter if she's gonna be more on the calm, make a family, or more on the make music side. Like, she's just gonna have support both ways. So whatever she does, just let her live her life either way.
I agree. Anybody else would like to say anything? Jake, Brendan?
I think the idea of a conservatorship beyond like extreme cases is like very. I can't believe she was even put under that in the like. I know she kind of like went off the deep end, but I feel like a conservatorship was probably not the right. That probably wasn't the right thing to do. She should have gotten help instead of being put under her father's control. That seemed like it was just really bad. But she's free now, so that's all that matters now.
I wonder if they thought it would last as long as it did.
Almost 14 years. That is a very long time. Very long time. In that note, I think that we accomplished on having a pretty interesting and not so sad kind of, session today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys are watching us, and that you join us again next week for 20 somethings TV. Thank you.